What up, Instagram and YouTube? It's your boy Salty Redcorn, and I'm back with another ill-prepared knife review video. And today I want to talk about the Pena X Series Barlow. All right, very cool piece. This is a production version of the Pena X Series. This is made by Riot, and it's very nice. So let's dive in and talk about it. All right, so this is a modern take on the traditional Barlow style knife. We have a clip point blade with a swedge on the top. The material is M390. So very high edge retention as you could expect. It's nice and stainless. It has a really slicey, thin, hollow grind on it. And I think the blade shape's been proven over the years, so I think it's going to make a great EDC. We have a countersunk frame lock, all right? So it's similar to a liner lock, but if you can see, it more follows the frame lock specs, right? It's an actual frame lock that is notched out on the lock bar itself, and then scales are added to it for a uniform appearance, all right? The scale material happens to be a burlap micarta, and it looks really nice, and it feels good. Definitely super smooth, but it's got a little, just ever so slightly a little bit of texture so that you have something to hold on to. Full titanium backspacer. The frame is titanium. The lock bar is titanium. It has a steel lock bar insert, so you're going to get a lot of strength out of that. The hardware is nice. It looks like kind of, single machine cut style Torx. So it's definitely strong hardware. And I can appreciate the finish on the hardware as well. We have a milled titanium pocket clip, and I think the style of the pocket clip is done nicely. It looks almost like a pen in the pocket. It's not, it's not deep carry, but it follows the rest of the design, elements of the knife. We have some jimping up here on the top, and let's look at the action. Kind of a shake shut action. Now this is a top flipper or a front flipper, depending on how you want to work it with yourself. I prefer to kind of hold it up here and then flip the knife like that. You can also probably get your finger up in the front and roll it open like that. It also has a nail nick, which kind of keeps with the traditional feel, so you could come over here and nail nick it open as well. So definitely a couple ways to deploy the knife, and I think that that's nicely done. It runs on bearings, so the action is smooth. And overall, it's a nice sized knife, right? Like, it's a little less than 3 inches on the blade, maybe 3 inches. I'm not exactly sure. This is an ill-prepared knife review video. But it's a small knife. It's a small pocket knife, and it follows suit with like a traditional, Barlow style knife. So it's around that size. The addition of the pocket clip makes it very carryable and nice. I could definitely get down with that. And premium materials, titanium, micarta, M390 on the blade steel. Very nicely. Now, I've handled a Pena Custom. I've handled the Pena Custom. My friend Mike, who passed away, Michael Knott, he was one of the first people to send me knives to review ever. And he sent me the Pena, I don't know, some kind of Pena like this one, but it was a full custom. It's like a $1,200 knife. It had a satin rub blade, and it was micarta and titanium. And that particular knife had some issues with it that I couldn't see past for the price. It had almost no detent. You could just kind of shake it open, and just like the little fit and finish things, it wasn't 100% perfect. Now, this piece done by Riot is 100% perfect. You cannot find any imperfections on this knife. It is, the fit and finish is absolutely perfect. And so that's something I think that you give and take. If you're interested in a particular maker and you want something that he made with his hands, you're going to pay the extra money for it. It's going to be handmade. It may not be 100% perfect. If you can't see past certain imperfections, you're going to want to get a production model, and this production model from Riot delivers. Apparently Riot does some of the best work out there as far as the Chinese OEMs go, and yeah, this is no exception. This is a beautiful knife. and I think it'd make a great EDC carry. I am personally kind of interested in something like this because I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I really don't have. I have some traditional knives, but I don't carry them. One, because they don't have pocket clips. Two, because the blade steels are usually antiquated at this point, unless you get like a high carbon steel, which is fine. And the materials, you know, it's just not something I'm really super interested at this point in my collecting. But something like this really gives me the traditional feel while still having a modern take with modern materials and a pocket clip and all that kind of stuff. So I can appreciate something like this. All right. So enough about that. Let's talk about my carry today. I'm carrying this knife, right? I'm not going to do any crazy cutting with it or anything, but I want to get a feel for how it feels in my pocket, and I want to get a feel for how it feels to play with. So I'm carrying this knife today. For my fixed blade, still on the honeymoon with the Tactical Everyday Dad Kermode. This thing is super awesome. I really love the material that I picked for, you know, for the model that I wanted. I picked the burl, maple burl, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely fantastic. It fits my style. It's absolutely fantastic. The Magna cut has been very good so far. I've been doing a lot of cutting with it because it's not a safe queen. I really want to use it. None of my knives are safe queens. I really want to use it, put it to the test. I want to get it to a point where I need to sharpen the Magna cut again and then see how that whole situation goes. And I just really want to test it out. So that's cool. And this is a Glycine Combat Sub in bronze. It's a Swiss-made automatic knife. It's a Swiss-made automatic watch. And this is one of the best watches that you can get for under $400, period. It's one of the best. Mammoth headgear mountain trucker hat, as you guys can see. This thing is all blown out. I've been using it. It's really worked. But I really still love it. I want to get another one soon. So my firearm is the Taurus GC3. I am carrying extra magazines thanks to Shield Arms. And that's going to do it for me today, guys. I got to get to work. So if you like this kind of video, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tell your boy Salty Redcorn what you want to see. I'm going to do my absolute best to make it happen. And yeah, until next time, stay safe, stay sharp, stay fresh. Peace out.